Hey, what's going on? My name is Dylan. Welcome back to our channel. It's really an honor to have you here. Today I want to talk about the 5 mistakes that you can avoid making on your twin flame journey. And these 5 mistakes, they could be like similar to tripping on the sidewalk, right? Like it's an accident. You weren't aware, it just happened. And next thing you know, you're tripping, and but you get up and you realize, like, okay, I just need to like watch where I'm walking now. And so you bring that awareness to yourself. It's not like you're doing something that's going to sever the connection between your twin flame, because as you might know, you can't do that. So the first mistake that you can make on your twin flame journey is to focus solely on the romantic connection. Your twin flame is more than just your ideal romantic partner. They are your best friend. They are your greatest teacher. They are your ultimate lover. But the first 2 things that they are, number 1, your greatest teacher. I had them out of order the first time I said it. Number 2 is your best friend. So right there you have it. The first 2 things don't involve the romantic side of your connection. So this means that you build this foundation of friendship, of learning from one another. And this is why it can be so difficult and challenging if you're not willing to embrace that your twin flame is there to help guide you closer to your divine self. And so once you realize that, like, they're not out to get me, they're not trying to hurt me, they're simply guiding me closer to myself, closer to who I'm meant to be. And yeah, that might trigger you, but over time it's just like, oh, like this feels bad to be connected to this this like ego defense, where I'm defending myself. That doesn't feel good. So once you turn that off and recognize that it's more than just romance that you're after having your best friend by your side your whole life. And because that's what I experienced with Hannah. It's like she's my best friend. I can tell her anything in the world. We have so much fun together, and there's no one I would rather live this life with and be together with every single day than her. And so, obviously there's romance in there, but at the core there is so much friendship. There's this foundation of acceptance where we can feel safe in just being ourselves and expressing ourselves to each other. So that would be the first thing to avoid is to not recognize the depth of your connection. And if you're having trouble building that romance, then start with friendship. Start with learning from what they're showing you, and you'll move a long way in that connection by really honoring that. So that is number 1. So number 2 would be to neglect personal growth and your inner work. And so this can easily happen when, like we mentioned in number 1, when you're not seeing that your twin flame is your greatest teacher, first and foremost. So they're going to guide you into personal growth and inner work, because they might trigger you, especially in the beginning of your relationship, to open up your mind to things that you might not be used to. They might not be what your dad taught you or what your mom showed you. It will be a completely different way of understanding how a relationship can grow. And so it really guides you to grow personally. And if you neglect that invitation, then you'll be pushing away unintentionally your twin flame. Excuse me. Yeah, you'll be pushing them away unintentionally. But if you honor that, like, this journey is about raising your vibration and growing into your divine self, then you know that personal growth is a part of that. You know that inner work is directly related to personal growth. If you're not feeling the feelings inside and projecting them onto other people, then you're going to push away your twin flame. So it's only an invitation to look inside of yourself and grow and become who you're meant to be. Where in other relationships, you might feel that, I have to sacrifice part of myself, or this person coddles me here, and, I can do this as much as I want, and they won't say anything. So as your twin flame invites you into growing individually, they're not going to enable the parts of yourself that aren't willing to grow. They're not going to enable your bad habits. So, and this, is completely different in a soulmate relationship, or they might enable your bad habits because they're afraid of losing you, or they don't feel worthy enough to find someone that fully aligns with them. And so if you're neglecting personal growth, you won't align with your twin flame, and it'll be much harder to align with them and attract them into your life if you're not willing to grow personally. And this looks like trying things that are new, following where your heart is guiding you, doing the things that you really love, allowing yourself to grow through those experiences, and like fully following your bliss, and knowing that as you do that, you will grow through that period of time. And it might be challenging, but there's always a silver lining. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel where you move into this breakthrough, and it's all worth it. It's all worth it. So I invite you, your twin flame invites you to surrender and allow yourself to grow, and never stop doing the inner work. It really never stops. So that's number 2.
I know, I thought it'd be cute if I came in and said hi. Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
Awesome. Time to move on to the 3rd mistake to avoid making on your twin flame journey, and really just in life in general. And yeah, you noticed I am wearing another a new shirt. Yes, different color. It's a different day, so I have the new shirt on. Didn't feel like trying to make it match. The shirt looks better anyways, right? But regardless of the new shirt, we move on to the 3rd mistake to avoid making. And you don't want to hold on to outdated beliefs or have limiting expectations for your life. Oftentimes our family raises us in a way, if you're lucky enough to have a good relationship with your parents and grandparents and your family, you learn a lot from them, but some of those beliefs that they have may have been made back in 1950 or 1960, or they might be a little bit outdated compared to where we are now. And it's okay to have different beliefs that are your own. As part of growing up and really becoming an individual, is having your own set of beliefs that feel good for your heart, and you follow those. And so don't feel like you have to hold on to things that are outdated, like not realizing that we have a partner that was created to be with us, and that is what I have come to know as my twin flame. So there's so many new things that are changing in the world, and so it's better to be loose and willing to adopt new ideas, and have your mind changed or altered in a way that makes you see things from a different perspective. And so the other piece of this is holding on to limiting expectations. So if you're a glass half empty kind of person, that's okay, but consider realizing your potential and how incredible you really are, and having limiting beliefs will hold you back from all of what you desire. So if you have these dreams that you aspire to accomplish, then recognize that you can do that, and the universe will support you in following your heart and doing what you really want to do. So let go of all those limiting beliefs or expectations on your life. You don't need them. End of story. And so that brings us to number 4. The fourth thing that you want to avoid is not having healthy boundaries. Not having healthy boundaries causes you to leak a lot of energy that can be placed within your life and placed into yourself, so that you can really live like a fruitful and joyful experience. And it really comes down to having awareness when you're not feeling great, or you put yourself in a situation that doesn't feel good. And so this causes you to not have energy to do the things that you really want, or the things that you have to, right? Like if you give too much time in one area of your life, or to a person that like sucks a lot of energy, then you won't have that energy to put into your own self and your own life. So and you obviously want to have healthy boundaries with your partner, with family members. Like if you need them to do something a certain way, or to respect you in a certain way, place that boundary. And if they really love you, then they'll acknowledge that and they'll respect you there. So make sure you set healthy boundaries. The 5th thing that I wanted to talk about today is pretty simple, but it's a challenge sometimes, and that's to not take things personally. You want to avoid taking things personally on this journey and in life in general, because when you take something personally, you make it about you, when really it wasn't about you in the first place. Especially when maybe you set a boundary, and when you set that boundary, it upsets or triggers this other person. You don't have to take that personally, because they got triggered from something you were doing to respect yourself. No need to take anything personally there. You're just doing what was right for you, and they can heal their own upsets and triggers and blocks, right? And and especially with your twin flame, they're just guiding you to be the best version of yourself. So when they do that, they're going to trigger you in ways that allow you to grow. And if you resist that growth and take it personally, that they see your potential and see who you are, then you're going to resist aligning with your higher self there. And sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it's like challenging to feel that energy, but it feels better to embrace the change than to sit in that resistance, because that resistance just makes you feel upset, and frustrated. And it's just, you don't really need to feel that, but it's sometimes a part of the process, right? So don't take things personally. Just that's the last thing, really. And there's more things that you can avoid doing. I'll have to make another video that goes into detail on a few other things that you can avoid doing on this journey. Both Hannah and I are Twin Flame Ascension coaches, so we're here to help guide you throughout this and to help you align with your higher self and your twin flame. And I'm also offering free consultations for a limited period of time. The link is down below, and make sure you use the code DMFREE upon checkout and you'll get your free consultation. Be sure to subscribe. We love to connect over comments. Like this video if you felt it was helpful, and stay tuned for the next one. Much love. Peace.